So, my fellow Americans, my fellow resistance brethren, my fellow YouTube brethren, welcome to another video. You see, Donald Trump today had a rally in Michigan, and he wants to call the Democratic Party the radical left. Trump, Donald Trump is like a spoiled brat that you would see in a store. You know the kind of kid I'm talking about, right? The kind of kid that you would see generally in a grocery store, literally in the checkout line. I can account for this since I was once that kid. I basically wanted to have a candy bar. Parents have promised the kid a candy bar. The kid smarts off, and then the parents don't get the kid the candy bar, and he throws a fit. Today, Donald Trump continued his little, what do you want to call it? His little victory lap, so to speak, by basically saying, quote, Adam Schiff needs to resign. No. Adam Schiff is one of the biggest resistors we have. Him, Nancy Pelosi, hell, Chuck Schumer. You know what, Trump? What's come to my attention is you have a thing for Jews. I don't know what the hell it is. You know who else had a thing for Jews? Trump said at the beginning of his campaign that he got inspiration from that one book that I would literally rip to shreds if I read it today. That book being Mein Kampf. Yes, boo, I know. It sucks. The fact of the matter is, Donald Trump sits there, and he sits there and says, the Jews are negotiators. What the fuck is your problem, dude? Are you in need of medical attention? You're in need of something because you're out of your fucking mind, dude. Keep in mind, I have not slept for 3 years, and I've lived out in California for almost 4 of those 4 years. So basically, that first year was the only year I got any sleep. So, yeah, congratulations to that. So, Donald Trump went on to say, we are going to leak the swamp, drain the swamp. You know what, Trump? You want to drain anything? Why don't you fucking just drain, I don't know. Where are you going to hold your next rally, huh? Paducah, Kentucky? Oh, wait. Paducah's too smart for you. Let's see. Oh, do one in Appalachia. Of course, half the motherfuckers down there won't be able to understand what you're saying anyway. But hell, Donald Trump is the kind of person who would make someone like me uncivil. Sorry about that. It's very unprofessional. Donald Trump is the kind of person who would make someone like me want to sit there, take a bottle of whiskey, unscrew it. You know what? Hold on a minute. No, I can't do that because I'll get demonetized for that. But the fact of the matter is this. Trump, you have no class, my friend. No class whatsoever. You sit there and disrespect America. You disrespect everyone. Sorry about that, folks. 26 years old, I still drink soda. Okay. Trump basically sits there. He locks kids in cages. He disrespects America. He says he's making America great again, which he is not. Trump, let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you, what the fuck is your problem? You use your Twitter to promote hate. I have never seen a president, for as long as I've been alive, and I've lived through the Bush administration, the Clinton administration, the Obama administration. When Obama was in office, America was great. Wasn't America great, folks? President Obama did so much for this country. He did so much. I miss Obama. Okay? I want Obama back in the Oval Office. And hell, Joe Biden was an excellent vice president. Let's just give it up for him right now. Joe Biden was the perfect example of what a vice president should be. And for those of you that are not aware, Donald Trump is not, and I repeat, not my president. Never was, never will be. We need to put our differences aside. We need to focus. We all have a common enemy, and his name is Donald John Trump. He says there was no collusion. I disagree. There was collusion. Any president who would sit there and invite a notorious dictator like Vladimir Putin to the fucking White House. The White House, the very fucking house that has been around since the beginning of the presidencies, all the way back to George Washington. George Washington, I guarantee you, is turning in his fucking grave right now because of what Donald Trump has done. And do you want to know something? George Washington never would have pulled the shit that Donald Trump did. George Washington was a patriot. Pretty much every president we've had from 1 to 44 was a president, was a patriot. A patriot, a president. Say what you will about them. Even if you didn't like them, they never committed the kind, well, with the exception of Nixon. And maybe some of the shit Ronald Reagan did. Ronald Reagan was a psychopath anyway, but I could talk about that in a video. Just leave a comment in the description below. This is going on every form of social media possible. But listen to me. Ronald Reagan, and a lot of Trump supporters sit there and say, there's some Reagan in Trump. They're wackos. They're in the Twilight Zone, man. They have no fucking sense of reality. They're wackos, dude. The GOP is under Russian control. Let's talk for a second about the leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell, a.k.a. Strokeface. Let's talk about him for a second. When I was in high school, we had two assemblies. One featured Mr. Mitch McConnell. Came to our high school. Many of my friends won't remember, or if they do, they don't like to talk about it because he said, "Hey students, how are you?" I was like, "Fuck you." I got pulled out of the gymnasium. I got pulled out, and I got drugged to the assistant principal's office. And you want to know something? That's okay, because I'm not a fan of the GOP. Never have been, never will be. I was born blue in a red state, and that red state's name is Ohio. I was born in a little town called Cincinnati. Good chili, don't get me wrong. Gold Star's the best. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see a whole bunch of I love Skyline, fuck Gold Star comments. I know it. I already know I'm going to see it. If you're a Republican and you're living in Ohio and you want to sit there and say that Gold Star does not stack up to Skyline, that's fine. We could talk about that too in a future video. please just ask for it. I'll post it. Anyway, back to the thing at hand. Mitch McConnell, he's a pretty crooked dude. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He's not exactly what I would call sane. He is insane because he supports Donald Trump and he's a wackadoodle like he is. Here's the thing. Donald Trump is a crook. And a lot of his supporters are like, well, you don't make $1 billion by being stupid. Normally, I would tend to agree, but in this case, yeah, something's not quite stacking up here. You Trump supporting morons say you don't make $1 million or $1 billion by being an idiot. Well, you don't win fans by fucking this nation over either. Ooh, man. Trump has this whole country separated into two different groups. Those that back him and those that oppose him. Now, you figure that the people that back him, there's only maybe, he says he has a huge fan base, but he really doesn't. He only reaches out to the idiots who are rednecks, drunks, and racists. Those are the motherfuckers who back Donald Trump. The rest of us in the resistance, including me, the resistance guy, do not back Donald Trump. He calls us the fake news media. How many times do I have to tell you idiots out there who support Donald Trump? The only fake news media is Fox News. It poisons the minds of young people across this world. And I'm telling you this right now. Fox News needs to be defunded. It needs to be boycotted, and it needs to be taken off the air. I'll give you a primary example of why that needs to happen. Sean Hannity. Can't stand him. Sean Hannity is a very, very, very bad person. The entire GOP in general is bad. And the fact of the matter is this, folks. You have to ask yourself, do I really want to put up with this for another 4 years, or do I want to vote for Dems next year? My advice to you is vote blue. You vote blue, you're cool. You vote red, America's dead. Because let's be real here. America was founded by immigrants. Imagine Donald Trump was the president when the Pilgrims first came over to this country from England back in the day. I want to put you in that scenario. Picture that. We gotta build a wall around the neck. Fuck Trump. Fuck that son of a bitch. Fuck him. Fuck the GOP. Fuck Russia. Fuck North Korea. Fuck the Middle East. Hell. Anyone who supports Donald Trump is not an American. They are un-American and they are scum. So, when you vote next year, make sure to take an electronic device with you because you can use it. They don't want you to. But if you look on the ballot, and it better be a paper ballot. I don't want anyone watching this video to use one of those electronic ballots. That's how Russians fuck with our last election. And who gave them the codes to do so? Mitch McConnell. Because Donald Trump did not have the influence nor the power to do so. So, use the paper ballots. And if you are unsure of who a candidate is, look it up. Look it up on the internet to see whether they're Republican or Democrat. If they're Democrat, vote for them. If they're Republican, don't vote for them. Get a tracking number for your ballot, and then, and only then, submit your ballot. This is the Resistance Guy. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom.